crashed?
Jim, just a few moments ago, something believed to be a plane crashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. I just saw a plane...
The morning of September 11th, 2001, a tragedy occurred all America wouldn't see coming.
Pictures at the foot of New York City. This is at the World Trade Center. Obviously a major fire there, and there has been some sort
Civilians were in shock and in horror at the sight of something so terrifying and horrific. Little did they know that the events of today would hold.
This looks like it is some sort of a concerted...
Breaking news! It's an unfortunate day, America. Just a few moments ago today, at 8:46 a.m., Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. The passengers of the flight have all passed away, and multiple workers and employees at the World Trade Center are still trapped above the 91st floor.
Civilians, both on the ground and inside the World Trade Center, would witness the horrifying scenes as Flight 11 would crash into the North Tower, causing the tower to suffer extreme levels of structural damage, as well as planes that originally crashed into it blowing up upon contact with the building, costing the lives of those on board and inside the tower.
Also, we've just got word that a second plane has crashed into the South Tower. It appears hijackers took control of Flight 175 and rerouted it to the towers. Our field reporter, John, has more to say. To you, John.
It's Elliot of people being taken out of the...
Mass hysteria was evident all over the streets. Was this some terrible accident? Was it intentional? Was this a terrorist attack? Or could it be something more? No one was given time to think, however, as something even more horrific would unfold just 17 minutes later.
Collision. Can you see it? I can see it on this shot.
Oh my...
Something else has just...
I'm here, live in front of the World Trade Center, and just as you said, in a plane attack, terrorists hijacked two airliners and crashed them both into the towers of the World Trade Center. Experts in terrorism, evidence collection, and other specialties are working tirelessly to identify the terrorists responsible for these attacks. Firefighters are working effortlessly at the scene of the attacks, as well as 911 first responders who are escorting civilians out of the premises. Back to you.
As civilians and government officials witnessed the event, local first responders were quick to dispatch fire trucks, federal agencies, military branches, as well as volunteer civilians who were trying their best to remedy the situation and evacuate those within the perimeter. Some witnesses dreadful sights far worse than two initial plane crashes, as it was reported that many people, in desperation, and those who had other ways of escape, began jumping and free-falling from the high floors in hope of suffering a less painful death.
Thanks, John. The situation appears to have escalated. Flight 77 has been rerouted to the Pentagon and crashed into it at 9:37 a.m. And today, passengers on the flight all the passengers on the flight appear to have died, as long as 125 personnel in the building. George W. Bush has shut down on U.S. airspace, and all civilian aircraft have been ordered to land at the nearest possible place they can. I have also been informed that Willie apparently has more information.
Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate...
The stakes grew increasingly higher as civilians and government officials alike were unable to anticipate the terrorist group's motives and what would occur during the day regarding the frightening events.
Military and federal workers, moms and dads.
The South Tower has collapsed. And soon after Flight 93 crashed into an empty field in Sharpsfield, Pennsylvania, its target is ultimately unknown. President Bush has also authorized any non-grounded planes to be shot down. Currently, a total of 4 planes have been hijacked.
As the towers fell, one after the other, great plumes of debris and smoke engulfed the city below, burying civilians and first responders alike. As a result of this debris, those responding to the scene and civilians escaping from the scene suffered serious injuries. As it would turn out, on this fateful day, the last of the 4 hijacked planes would be taken back over by Good Samaritans on board the airplane. And in an act of heroism, they intercepted the hijackers' original route and crashed the plane, causing the loss of their lives, but potentially saving even more lives had they not done it.
Hello, America. I'm your reporter, Tobias. It's May 2nd, 2011. It's been nearly 10 years since the terrorist attack back in New York that took down the Twin Towers and nearly killed 3,000 people. Today, Osama bin Laden has been killed in a successful mission by a special operations unit under orders of President Obama. After the success of the mission, President Obama has stated that bin Laden was not a Muslim leader. He was a mass murderer of Muslims. Indeed, Al-Qaeda has slaughtered many scores of Muslims in many countries, including our own. So his demise should not be welcomed by all who believe in peace and dignity.
After 9 years of locating the leader of a terrorist group, Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden was shot and killed by the U.S. Navy SEAL Team 6 on May 2, 2011, finally marking the end of a 10-year manhunt and a day of celebration.